To be creative is a basic human impulse, and to incorporate geometry is naturally given, as any artwork is based on ordering principles. Is it through composition, repetition, or colors? On its own, a line or curve is a very simple geometric form. But if applied multiple times in different angles, thicknesses, lengths, and color, a very complex image can emerge, the basis of any artwork, really. There are even particular methods that use geometry alone, such as pointillism, for example, where on a piece of paper a multitude of tiny dots are applied, and over a period of time it will create a very complex image, such as the pixels that create the image of a screen. Basic shapes and lines are also commonly used when sketching a wireframe of organic forms, such as the human body, before going into more detail later on, which is a very fundamental method learned by any artist. But foremost, geometric shapes are considered essential when it comes to spatial dimensions, such as projecting or imitating 3D perception on a 2D flat piece of paper. This goes hand in hand with a technique called linear perspective, where images on a piece of paper gain depth by using vanishing points and lines. Objects such as the cube are drawn within the framework of these guiding lines in such a way that it will give a three-dimensional feeling to a flat image. In this way, objects appear to get smaller the further they are away from the viewer. One very famous graphic artist to mention here is M.C. Escher, who explored geometric paradoxes by playing with this perception of space. While geometry is essential to create any kind of image, it is also the proportions that we find in geometry which define our sense of beauty and harmony, just as we have seen in the patterns of nature. Ever heard about the rule of thirds? It is a guideline which applies to the composition of objects within an image, where the eye is instinctively drawn to. This rule is a simplification of the golden ratio, which is divided into larger phi 1.618 and smaller phi 0.618. Together with the golden ratio itself, these proportions help us to create harmony and beauty in any kind of composition. In fact, French artist Paul Cézanne believed that all things could be reduced to their simplest geometric form, such as the circle, triangle, and square, and with that laid the foundation for post-impressionism. In Cubism, for example, a distorted image is being created from the geometrical understructure of natural forms as seen in the work of Pablo Picasso. This developed into abstract art, where the painting is reduced to its minimum elements, using just dots, lines, and shapes. So all in all, it is geometry that lies at the heart of any visual expression, if done intentionally or not. We naturally seem to resonate with these geometrical laws. And therefore, art and geometry are best buddies.